Hey Factionistas, and if you guys are new here, welcome to the 31 Days of Halloween, where I post a new look every single day. I know, I'm crazy. Today's video is a clown, of course, and a collaboration with the one and only Shaaanxo, my good friend here on YouTube, and she is the bomb. And if you're not already, definitely go subscribe to her, because she has the most bomb tutorials in the land. But getting started, I'm starting with a white pencil because I want to outline exactly where everything's going to be. So I found this comic book photo of this clown that I really liked the shape of his overall clown makeup. So I definitely would suggest that you guys definitely find a reference photo of a clown that you like and kind of really go from there. But I'm using that white pencil to map out where I want his little eye lines to be. And a white pencil is always great because if you mess up, white is really easy to take off your face. You know what I'm saying? Just like wipe it away. So like if you use like a black or an eyeshadow or all that stuff, you're gonna have some trouble taking that bad boy off. I also outlined my mouth because when I originally had done this makeup, I pictured it with this huge smiley teeth mouth, which I end up not doing, so just ignore it for now. But everywhere that isn't outlined, you want to paint your entire face white. So that's why. So the overall clown shape still stays, but your entire face is white. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm going in with a red paint. This is by Mayron and it's water activated. Not the same as grease paints from the Halloween store, mind you. And I'm using a tiny little angled brush and I'm using that red paint to now fill in that shape that we created earlier. Nothing really fancy here, just fill that bad boy in. These paints by Mayron are super pigmented. They're the best. I'll be the link down below with everything. Now to do the same thing on the other side, I'm using blue. So same old process. I used the same brush. I cleaned it off because it's the bomb. No, I didn't. Actually, it's a different brush. Never mind. So I'm using an angled brush, and I'm just filling in that eyeball now with blue. Ta-da! So now I'm taking this black Ico felt tip eyeliner because it has a really precise tip, and I'm using that to then create these brow lines that we had sketched in earlier with the white pencil. We're going to go in and clean them up and fade them out later on, so you don't have to worry about them being too perfect, but try to get them as straight as possible. So now this is the fun part. We're going in with black eyeshadow. Any black eyeshadow will do, and I'm using a flat brush here by Sigma, and I'm outlining and shading at the same time. So I'm outlining the rim of the red, and then I'm pulling that black eyeshadow inward to give a nice faded gradient that's going to add depth, and I'm trying to leave a little bit of red in the middle. So it's going to be a lot of black added to this red, but we definitely want the reds to still shine through. So I'm going to speed it up for you guys, and I'm just pretty much going around and feathering it inward only. Once that's mostly on, I'm switching to a blending brush, and I'm using the blending brush to really soften up those edges and to really bring them inward. And then repeating the same thing on the under eye. It also will be a really good idea, even though this water-activated paint dries matte and it stays dry, if you wanted to set it with a red eyeshadow, that will definitely help out the blending process. But I did the same thing on the blue eye, nothing new there, and I'm using a black kohl liner now to apply to my waterline. Since this has an all-black contact, I wanted to keep it very black over there. And now I'm going with the black eyeshadow and the most precise brush I have, and I'm going over those lines that we just made. I wanted there to be a little bit more darkness, so I'm taking a blending brush and black eyeshadow, and I'm blending that into my crease on both eyes. That's just going to add depth and dimension, and you're just going to look more menacing. I really want this makeup to be very worn in and very creepy, you know what I'm saying? But now we're going to take a gray eyeshadow, and I'm going to use that to contour, because not every clown is on a diet, so contouring is always fun. So I'm doing it underneath my cheekbones, and I'm just blending upwards just to give a nice cylinder shape, and I'm doing the same thing to my temple and around my hairline. That's just going to add depth, and it's going to make you just look more dark and menacing. Because with a clown like this, if you're watching this video, I'm assuming that you like to be, pretty creepy on Halloween. But I also did the same thing to my nose, leaving a very small white line in the center of my nose, and that's going to slim my nose and make it look more clown-ish. And now with the tightening blending brush, I'm using that black eyeshadow that's already on those brow lines, and I'm feathering them in lightly to diffuse them, and then using more black eyeshadow, creating more of those brow lines. So just blend those bad boys together. So this is a really fun trick. I'm taking black face paint and I'm putting a whole bunch on my hairline. I'm going to spray it with water, and then it's going to drip down my face. This is a really cool technique, and it's really to get that diffused, creepy, menacing look. I'm using my finger to blend out it a little bit to get more of like a watermark, but I'm doing that on both sides. And this is a really cool trick that only can work with water-activated paints, not the paints that you get from the Halloween store. Those are grease paints, and they have to be set with the powder. But if you guys get a face paint, that's always so great. And if you guys can't get Mayron, you guys can go to like Michael's or a craft store, and they have Snazzaroo, which is like a children's face paint, and you can get the same thing. Now I want to make it look more tarnished and worn in, so I'm taking in the red face paint again, and I'm like diffusing out this top left-hand corner of this clown line, and I just to make it look like gross, like he just like wiped his head because he's pissed at his wife or something. You know what I mean? Like, just get it all dirty. And then with that same red face paint, I'm creating the new mouth. We got rid of the old mouth, and I'm just painting it on like lipstick, and then getting those really, you know, nice Joker white or red lines, and then outlining this all in black, and then tarnishing it all up in the center. And then going back in with that water again and spraying it just to look more nasty. Like he just had some chicken dinner. And he's like, whoops. You know what I mean? Just get it real gross. Rob Zombie looking clown. I'm going with a little bit of black face paint to add in where we might have lost a little bit of color due to watering it down. And then the same thing on this other eye. I'm adding blue back to the blue eye and then spraying it again. And then adding a little bit of black so it's not just a stark blue. And then with the makeup remover wipe, I'm taking out some of the white that we put on our face so it's not too full coverage and that the skin tone is not even. And then I'm going around the perimeter of the face and I'm removing that line too so it kind of fades into your natural skin and looks more, you know, Rob Zombie. To top it all off, I made a red nose out of Model Magic, which you guys can get at like Target, Walmart. It's a Play-Doh that dries as foam. And I made a little ball and I cut it out and I glued it to my nose with lash glue. And then I popped in a leather jacket and I'm painting my body black and white. And that's it, my friends. I love you guys so much and I hope you guys really enjoyed this tutorial. And if you're not already, subscribe to me and Shannon. She'll be linked down below. She's the best. And I love you guys to death. And I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Bye, friends.